Hello, dearest friends, dearest beautiful co-creator souls of love and light. This is Nanari, Princess of the Sea, coming to you with a new video. In this video, inspired by both my second book that channeled through me from the Master Artist called Stepping into Spiritual Oneness, and also through some channeled wisdom that's been coming to me and people who have been asking for this for quite some time, I am going to bring to you now this video on Chakra Enlightenment the Lemurian way. Now, this will give you a background of the chakras as well through the Lemurian way, and then also we will go into a meditation to activate and to clear out the energies of the chakras. Now, in the Lemurian way, there are actually 8 chakras, 8 main energy centers. Within the ancient yogic traditions, the chakras refer to a living energy system within the physical body, connecting the physical body to the spiritual soul being we are. In other words, to alight the soul through the body. For it is actually the soul that is in the driver's seat, if you will. The soul comes through the body. Oftentimes, when we are in egoic consciousness and attempting to control out of fear and other issues or blocks in our chakras, we believe, which is lie, we are believing a lie in which the body is actually the one that's controlling the soul, when in essence it is the soul that comes through the body. In the Lemurian ways of being, there are the 8 main. In Eastern philosophy, there is actually only 7. Yet we have infinite chakras within the physical form, and everything is a chakra or a spiritual energy, vibrational vortice. It is in anything and everything. It is believed on this earth, in yoga philosophy, that the serpentine energy of the goddess Kundalini Shakti resides 3½ times coiled around the Muladhara, or the base chakra, the earth chakra also known as, holding all the matter together as the creator of all being. That when awakened, the Kundalini journeys up the spine, piercing and awakening each chakra in turn, seeking her divine partner Shiva, who abides in the infinite spiritual oneness. And together, two being as one, they dance in an energetic embrace, interconnecting the energetic system within the physical body and the soul, reminding us of our connection to all that is, of the cosmos, of the Master Artist, and to Earth, the two being as one. In Lemuria, however, this is a little bit different. The Kundalini Shakti energy that is at the base of the spine, and the Shiva, her partner, who resides at the crown or diadem, actually in Lemurian philosophy merge together in the heart chakra. So you have a rising up of Shakti and the coming down actually of Shiva, and they meet in the heart center in Lemurian ways of being. So the ancient wisdom is a little different, being that there are 8 main energy centers. When they are fully alight or activated, they ignite all of the infinite chakras within our soul and then through the soul of all in the cosmos, in the earth, all beings of the earth, all beings of the cosmos. And this occurs in the heart center, and then the heart center is the mirror of the Ati chakra, which actually is 12 inches above the diadem or crown chakra. So they are mirrors of one another. So thus, when doing a meditation in Lemurian ways of being, we would actually activate and align the chakras going up and down at once and meeting in the heart center, connecting with the Ati chakra, the all that is chakra, mirroring as one. The Lemurian word for this avatar or enlightened resonance of consciousness is truly unable to be sounded because it is vibration, and vibration just is. The closest frequency of this physical realm sound, though, would be HuOm or HuOm, which means in Lemurian, Enlightened Avatar. Therefore, chakra alignment brings us into the vibrational resonance of the HuOm or the HuOm, the Enlightened Avatar. Now, there are many infinite resonances of the numerology of the number 4, the number 8, the number 12, and the number 6 within the Lemurian ways of being. Just some of the essences are the 4 main essences of Lemuria, which is love, light, oneness, and language, which is the diamond essence. And language being vibration. Our first resonance of language actually is vibration itself. So it is telepathic or vibrational ways of being that we utilize this, and then it is transformed into sound. Then there are the 8 main symbols of Lemuria, and the 8 representing infinity, or the infinite consciousness of the all that is, which is Source or the Master Artist. The 12 main symbols that are within each crystalline cave of Lemuria, which represent the Merkaba or Merkaba, which is the number 6 twice, the 2 being as 1. So there is a merge essence or a merging or a union that is infinitely occurring within the ways of being in Lemuria. For as we know that the Merkaba or Merkaba is the divine light vehicle we utilize to remember our connection with the infinite dimensions and parallel universes. And this is very key in Lemurian ways of being. Mer meaning the light, Ka meaning spirit, and Ba meaning being. So it's this being of the spiritual soul and the physical body as one, where the soul shines through the body, in which you are soul surrounded with the illuminating wheels of light, wheels upon wheels, spirals of infinite spirals of energy that activates your chakras and also the DNA. Now I'm going to go through the 8 main chakras, and I'm going to go through them in the way in which we would do this in Lemuria, and then we will slip into a meditation to activate and remove any blocks from these chakras that keep you from being this enlightened avatar, this Om Hu or HuOm, HuOm, Om Hu that you are. So the 8 main chakras within the physical body represent themselves as gradations, if you will, of consciousness. And the first essence of that would be the Om or the Om. And that is the primordial infinite sound, that HuOm, Om Hu, or HuOm, Om Hu. The Hu representing the human or the human being part of us that we are. The Om or the Om to represent the infinite consciousness that we are. So it would be represented within the Om this way. The Om would be the one moment, the acronym for the one moment. You may remember back from my older videos here on YouTube, and also throughout my book in Stepping into Spiritual Oneness, and throughout the many years that I have been teaching this, if you have been in connection with me over the years, the Om has always represented the one moment, because that is all we have, is this present moment, this now. So the Om, the one moment, giving birth to the one moment, the orgasmic one moment of love, Love is who the source, the master artist is, and thus is also who we are. It is the orgasmic moment of light, the orgasmic moment of oneness, the orgasmic moment of life. The Om or the Om, as in home, the home within, the home of the cosmos, the two of those being as one. The O or the Om sound represents the sun, which would be represented in the archetype of the troubadour, the divine masculine from an earthly standpoint. And the or the M represents Mother Gaia, Princess Gaia, the princess of the sea. The archetype of the princess, the divine feminine, the cosmic mother. Thus the union, the communion, the union as one, unifies in the Om or the Om, the sun, which is the cosmos, and the earthly sun, and Mother Gaia, cosmic Gaia, as one. This vibrational sound dissolves all dualities so that the divine masculine and the divine feminine in union just simply become consciousness. The Om or the Om is infinite consciousness. The Om contains all sound and all melodious music of the center of oneness, music of the spheres. It is the natural, sacred love and light of oneness. There is a mudra for this HuOm or HuOm, Om Hu, Om Hu, that you can do, which we will do in the meditation. And what it is taking your thumb and your index fingers, creating two circles, and then entwining those two circles together, and bringing the rest of your fingers into a hand formation of a V, and then placing it up with the circles facing up and the V form coming down at your heart chakra. So now for the rest of the chakras, meeting as one in the heart center. The base or root chakra, known as the earth chakra or Muladhara in Sanskrit, is the grounding earth and the universal source of all that is, two being as one, grounding within the earth and grounding within the cosmos, connection of root support, grounding our inner connection with the earth and the cosmos. The word Muladhara in Sanskrit means foundation. So the earth chakra would be your connection to the earth and the cosmos as one, giving you that foundation, giving you that center within. Then we have the crown chakra, which is thought energy. In Sanskrit is known as Sahasrara. The Sahasrara chakra, or also known as the diadem, is the infinite unfolding lotus. It is the absolute thought energy process emanating from the multidimensional consciousness that we are. It's wisdom, it's knowledge as in knowledge, wisdom in the now. Infinite awareness unfolds in an illumination of giving birth infinitely to being connected with the cosmos. Then we have the navel sacral chakra, Satvistana, as it is known in Sanskrit, which is the water element. This is fluidity, pleasure, sexual energy as well, sensual energy, infinite flowing rivers of creation. The Satvistana is the sweetness of life, and it is the element of water of being the flow of creation. This chakra is the balance of earthly essences of the male and female energy, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, giving birth to creation of new ideas, new thoughts, new intentions, new ways of being. It can also be the center of creation, of procreation. Yet when utilized in its highest form, it is spiritual, soulful creation, giving birth to infinite creations to help humanity and all of the cosmos. Being within the waters that are cleansing and healing, rebirthing, transformative. Then we have the soul eye, or the third eye, Ajna. And Ajna means infinite light. This is the USP, if you will, the universal spiritual perception, where imagination, the center of vision, insight, the infinite light, is what is seen soulfully through the Ajna, to experience and express infinite light. It is related to both the act of seeing physically and also intuitively. As such, it opens our ability to see clearly, clear seeing, right seeing, seeing the big picture, seeing as the master artist sees. Keeping our gaze upon the thought energies and illumination of love and of the universe, seeing as the universe. Then we have the solar plexus chakra, known as Manipura. Manipura is the fire chakra, the fire within, creativity within, soul life purpose, the illuminating creativity of who you are as the lustrous gem, the city of the jewel within. It gives birth to the fire within us that guides us to our soul's purpose. The Manipura, or fire chakra, is the charismatic presence of action, the two being is one of doing and being, do-beingness. Then we have the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. The Vishuddha is the song of the soul, clear communication, clearly speaking the truth of the master artist, the truth of the source within you, the soul within you, singing your soul's song. The Vishuddha chakra is the vibrational resonance of harmony. It means pure or purification. And then this brings us into the heart chakra and the mirror of the Ati, or all that is, chakra, the pure consciousness. The Anahata, the heart chakra, is the base of absolute love, soulful love, balance and oneness with life, compassion, the heart center of who you really are. The heart is the overlay for the soul, the seat of the soul. And its mirror is the Ati, the all that is, infinite universe, the master artist, him or herself as one. The energy resonance where there is free from being any divine feminine or divine masculine. All there is pure infinite consciousness. Whereas the seventh chakra is the thought energy of pure cosmic energy, a wisdom or a knowledge process, if you will, wisdom in the now. The Ati chakra just simply is. It's just being. This is simply being. Being love. Being pure consciousness. So now we are going to talk a little bit about blockages in the chakras, and then we will slip into a meditation in which we will shift into the HuOm, or the Om Hu, the Om Hu, the HuOm, or the Enlightened Avatar that you are as a soul. When someone speaks to you and says that you have blockages in your chakras, the first thing to share with you is, if anyone ever says to you that your chakras are closed, my invitation to you is to turn around and walk the other way, or run, as it were. And the reason that I say that is that the only moment that your chakras are ever closed is when you are physically, earthly dead, when your soul has left the body. Ergo, your chakras are always open. The energy centers in the body and the soul, connected as one, the soul coming through the body, is always open. Now, relative to what energy that you are choosing to hold on to physically, spiritually, soulfully, soul agreements, and whatnot, is relative to how many blockages you have within you. Now, a blockage is only an unwillingness to move in the direction that is most obvious. A blockage is a lack of trust. None of us in reality, in the truth of the master artist, have any blockages. That is just an illusion that we create from an earthly standpoint, because it's simply a lack of willingness to have faith in what it is that you already know. Instead of coming from your intuition or being tuned in, you are choosing to be in the body or pain body resonance. And this is a gumming up of the works, if you will, or gumming up of the plumbing, very similar to our plumbing that we have here on this earth. If we get a blockage or a stoppage, and then we have a leak, or we have a flood in our house or something of that nature, it's what gets blocked up or plugged up, just as a sink gets plugged up. So one of the things that has us blocked, particularly in our ability to come into the essence of the crown chakra, opening up to the Ah-T resonance, is through attachment and detachment essence. And we're going to delve into that further in the meditation. But I felt called to touch upon this because there is a story that's related to this that I want to share with you that really brings this home. Now, you may have heard me say this before when I've been on the air and whatnot over the years, so it bears repeating now. Emotional attachment to that which you love, whether it is a person, or a thing, or a concept, an idea, being so attached or detached is what is known as an imbalance. Healthy attachment or detachment, which is rather in essence a state of being, which is actually being in the Ah-T chakra, all that is of just infinite isness of consciousness, is being in the balance of being in love, and is a, for lack of a better word, higher state of consciousness, a higher resonance of consciousness, a shifting into the resonance of love itself. Rumi has spoken about this in his works, in which he has a quote that he says from his many quatrains on love, which says this: "Out between the right doings and the wrong doings there is a field, I will meet you there." This to mean that one extreme or the other is that of imbalance. Ergo, attachment or detachment is one extreme or the other. And Buddha, in his life, showed us very much so. He went from one extreme to another. He went through parts of his life where, when he was first being raised, where he had everything that he could ever want. Any, earthly possessions, anything. And then he went and started starving himself to where he had nothing. And so that was one extreme or the other. And when he reached his avatar enlightenment state, or his HuOm, or Hu resonance, when he came into that, it was that of balance. And so he showed us through being the extremes that balance of beingness, or interdependence as it's known in nature. Being love and being in interdependence within and with all and all of life, just as nature is. One only need look to nature to see this beingness, this interdependentness. For instance, the sun itself thrives off of giving energy to the trees, and therefore is required or needs, not in a neediness standpoint, but in a soul agreement standpoint of it being its sole purpose. Its sole purpose is to shine its light on those who require it. So the sun will shine for those trees, just as much as the trees are then giving back energy, essence, to the sun. So it's an interdependent relationship, a symbiotic relationship. Just as the tree roots itself need or require earth energy, the dirt itself, to be able to grow, and the dirt itself requires or needs, in being its own purpose, to be able to give those nutrients to the trees. It's a source of interdependence. And so that's where this balance is. And oftentimes what blocks our chakra in the crown chakra or diadem chakra and has us unable to access that infinite consciousness of the Ati and the crown chakra itself is our ability to be unwilling to let go of attachment. And so this story that I'm going to read to you before we go into meditation beautifully illustrates it. And it's actually part of a book that came out in 1990 called The Story of Sanat Kumara, The Training of the Planetary Logos. And it's a true love story. And it came out in 1990, and I think I came across it around that same time, 1990-91. And then I had lost touch with it for a long time, and it really resonated with me back then when I read it. And then I came into it again many years later in 2008, and somebody had posted it on MySpace, and so I was grateful to actually have this excerpt. It comes from chapter 13, which again is the essence of 4, on page 104, and this is the story of the meaning of true love and how to come from a place of detachment and attachment, being as one, in that resonance of being, so that true love can come to you. And so I'm going to read it here, and if you just sit back as a pre-meditation and just listen to the essence of it and really feel this deeply within you. Early one morning, I awoke and knew on that day I would find my partner. I was excited, knowing that besides assisting this beautiful planet, I would find a loving affirmation of love and unity who would assist my growth and understanding. I was going to find my love. I remember long, long ago being a part of a planet on which I had had many love affairs, but I knew that this purposeful joining would be far beyond any previous experiences. It would literally be an Adam and Eve experience to create a new, more evolved race for this planet. Excitedly, I went out among the people. They called to me to come to the canal, and there floating, as I had, was the loveliest woman I'd ever seen. She was sleeping, her hair golden, spread far out over her fair, smooth skin. She reminded me of a sleeping princess, just waiting for a kiss to awaken her. I said to myself, why not? And bent over to kiss her. Something inside of me said, use the rod on her first, but I couldn't wait. I needed to kiss her. I kissed her softly on the lips. She moved a little, but still didn't wake up. Again, I kissed her, and then placed the rod upon her shoulder. She awakened suddenly, pulling away from me, saying, "Who are you? And what are you doing to me?" I realized that this was not the woman I was seeking, or at least the rod did not indicate she was. I was very confused. This was the woman I loved. I was not going to give her up. I realized that my emotions already had need of her, even if she was not the Eve I was seeking. I gently spoke to her. "Don't be afraid. No one will harm you." "Why have you come here?" She looked at me and burst into tears, saying, "I've lost everyone in the plague. I jumped into the water to end my life and found myself carried by the current. I don't remember anything else." I gathered her in my arms, saying, "I'll take care of you, don't worry." I sought to calm her fears. I took her to my building, attempting to take her through the golden door, but it wouldn't open with her in my arms. I set her down gently, telling her I would be right back. I entered through the door into the laboratory, put on the trainer, and asked if this was the woman. It told me, "No, she is not the one and you must let her go. You can't be with her without confusing your purpose." I tore the trainer off my head and rushed back through the door, crying out, "I don't care. I love her. I will have her. I will. I will." As I gathered her into my arms, the golden door disappeared, and in its place was a small cabin made out of logs. I brought her into the cabin gently, placing her on the bed which was inside. As I looked at her, I knew I loved her more than I ever loved before. I gazed at her beauty, stroking her gently. She seemed to also want my love, responding to my advances. I explored her body, appreciating every beautiful curve, the softness of her exciting me more and more. Throughout the day, we whispered our love to each other, over and over, exploring each other's bodies, seemingly never getting enough, always needing more of each other. Finally, thoroughly exhausted, we fell asleep. I slept deeply until a dream awakened me. I dreamt I was falling down a well, going down, down, down. It was getting darker and darker. Above me, I heard the call, "Come back, come back." I kept trying to climb up the walls, but it was too steep, and I just kept falling down deeper. I awoke shivering. I was alone. Where had she gone? I looked around and could not find her. Also, I was puzzled. We had gone to sleep within the little cabin, but I had awakened to find myself outside the golden door. What had happened? Quickly, I went outside and asked where she had gone. Everyone seemed puzzled by the question, saying they had not seen anyone. I was very confused and searched all day for her. Finally, I entered the laboratory, put on the trainer, and asked, "Where is she?" I was told, "She is gone. She was an illusion, a part of your past. She was never real. This illusion needed to be released in order for you to fulfill your purpose on the planet. You must now release her in order to serve the plan." I asked, "What is wrong with having the one I love?" The trainer replied, "Nothing. It is the way you loved her. It was from the will level. Your passion and your need for her really had nothing to do with true love. Do you recognize that?" I was very angry. tearing the trainer off my head and heading out of the building. I would have her. I would. No one would keep me from her. I ran and I ran. I ran and I ran. I ran and I ran until I could run no more. I lay on the ground completely exhausted, completely worn out. I lay there for a long time, and gradually I realized what I had done. I had literally re-entered the land of need and will, the land where I had left the I must have this or that to complete my life. I remember long ago on the physical level when my needs and wants had literally controlled me. Although sometimes life had been wonderful, often I found myself going in directions which confused and confined me. I had gradually learned not to need, but to be directed by a realization of wholeness from within me. I had learned to love on a greater level, and this loving guidance had allowed me to grow more and more aware of my potential and feel more and more complete within that greater level of understanding. Indeed, the understanding that everyone mirrors wholeness to everyone else had been one of my greatest realizations. All at once I knew I must let go of the need. I must let go of my need of her. At this point of awareness, it flooded through me again. I felt warmth within my heart, which had truly been cut off by my need. I felt whole. I knew I was complete. Suddenly I heard the sound of a gentle laughter and looked up. She stood before me, even more radiant than before. I heard the words, "Touch me with your rod." I did, and a golden flash came from it, literally exploding with golden light in every direction. She looked at me saying, "I just arrived. I know you used a part of me before. You had been told it was an illusion. It was an illusion because it was not complete. Let me show you what complete love is." She led me back to the golden door. Gently, she opened it and led me inside. We took our places together, which had been prepared for us within the plan. As we came together with our love, I felt unity and wholeness, which spoke to me through the love we shared with each other. I whispered to her, "Forgive me, I needed you so much." She comforted me, saying, "Sometimes through our love and our commitments a new level is born. It can only be born by releasing an old illusion or incomplete levels of understanding. Although you have integrated within yourself this old remnant of need and want, this compulsion had to be released from you to fulfill your greater purpose as the planetary logos. Is it not wonderful that we were able to release it together? We have come together to aid this planet, to create a new beginning for it, and a greater understanding through our being together." So now as you feel this resonance of letting go within you, we will begin this meditation in which we come into the Enlightened Avatar, the HuOm, the HuOm, the Om Hu, the Om Hu resonance, the Lemurian chakra meditation. So I'm going to invite you now to simply take a slow, deep breath, a Buddha belly breath, as you get comfortable in a place you'll be free from being disturbed. Just start with one breath as you are preparing. Deeply breathing in, expanding your belly just as a child does when it's sleeping. and releasing it out, allowing all the cares and worries to fade. And now, if you haven't already, close your eyes and feel the calmness, the centeredness within you, focusing only on the breath, realizing that the only moment is now. This Om, this Om, this one moment. And imagine your being, the soul of who you are, and visualize the Shakti essence of Kundalini at the base of your spine, in the Earth Chakra at the root. And envision Shiva, infinite consciousness, residing in the crown chakra. As we release both essences, Shakti moving up and Shiva moving down, and will unite in union as one in the heart center. We will start with our first chakra, the root chakra, the earth chakra. This is the primal chakra of safety. It is when we are blocked by fear, when we are free from feeling safe and comfortable to be who we really are. So I invite you now to sit within you and ask the question, what are you most afraid of? What is it that has you afraid and feeling unsafe? Bring up those fears, all of them, in this moment. And in this moment, residing in this fear, you have a choice. You can forget everything and run, as the acronym for fear, or you can face everything and rise. I invite you to face your fear and know that the fear is a liar. When we believe the fear be lie, we believe in a lie. The fear is an illusion. It is free from being real. Ask yourself in facing your fear, am I safe right now in this moment, where I am sitting and breathing, even amongst the fear that's surrounding me? Am I safe? Feel yourself safe and allowing whatever fears that you have to flow down the river of love into the sea of love releasing, letting go. Fear only has a power that we give it. As we face everything and rise, we clear this chakra to where our foundation is stable, is safe, is love itself. Visualizing being in the earth roots of Princess Gaia, the cosmic mother, the earthly mother. Visualize her holding you in safety and pour all those fears into that river and allow them to flow away, knowing that she is holding you in her arms, loving you. As you face this fear, you now rise, and Kundalini Shakti starts to shift up further now on her journey. And equally now, we move Shiva, for as we move her essence, so too do we move his in union. It is now Shiva's turn to move down, so we will open further, removing the blocks for the 7th chakra. For once you open more and more to the essence of who you are, remembering who you are, the crown chakra, letting go of attachments, as the 7th chakra is the mirror of the 1st chakra. Together it equals 8, 1 and 7. When you open up this essence, you allow Shiva to start to flow. And you are able then to begin to access the Avatar Enlightenment, having complete control over your thoughts, actions, vibration, feelings, resonance of being. The control comes from your choice, conscious choice, rather than ego control. The 7th chakra, the crown chakra, the diadem, is letting go of attachments and detachments, of coming into balance, letting go of all that you have grown to love, just as in the story of Sanat, Kumara, how he let go of his need. So now, what are you attached to in this world? Breathe this in. And equally, what are you so detached from that you feel dehumanized? Bring this up as well. Understanding that as you let this go into the river of love, to go into the sea of love, as you let go of what calls to your heart or who calls to your heart, It is free from meaning that they ever truly disappear, just as in the story of Sanat, Kumara. You simply are letting go of the need, the wanting, the longing, and also letting go of the I don't give a care attitude also of detachment, to really come into the essence of just being, so that you can actually meet in the heart center, in the resonance of love, of who you really are, which is your soul. Take all of those things that you are attached to and detached to and let them go. Release them into the river of love, knowing that in your heart, in your soul, they are still always with you. Yet connected to the soul now. Feeling that essence, your crown chakra now lights and allows Shiva to begin to move downward, closer to the union with Shakti in the heart center. Now we move back to Shakti herself, as she has arisen to the sacral chakra, the water chakra. This chakra is the pleasure center and the center of creation. And the way it gets blocked is through guilt and blame. What is it that you blame yourself for? Bring up within you all the things that you feel guilty and blaming yourself for. You need not necessarily name them. Just feel the essence of it. And you will now forgive yourself. In truth, there is nothing to forgive, for it all happened as it was meant to be, as the soul agreement you chose before you came here to experience. At the same moment, forgiveness is really forgiving, giving thanks for the gift. So now, see the gift within everything that you blamed yourself for, everything you feel guilty about. What is the gift, the soul remembering, or the life lesson that you learned or remembered? Knowing that you only did as you could with the level of consciousness that you had at that moment. You could do no different. And give thanks for that gift of whatever life lesson, soul remembering that came with it. Perhaps it was a life lesson in compassion, or divine unconditional love. Perhaps it was being given yourself the opposite of unconditional love so that you could know what unconditional true love really is. Whatever the gift is, embrace it, bless it, letting go of any blame or guilt by accepting that these things occurred, and allow the poison of the guilt and shame to be healed now as you birth this into the water of the river of love, that it be cleansed now. For you to be the gift to the world that you are, and the gift to yourself. Give thanks for, forgive. And now we feel the release of this, cleansing the sacral chakra with the waters of love, allowing Shakti to rise once more, feeling freer and more filled with love, as both the earth chakra, the foundation, and the waters of creation within her are now alight. And she rises further now, closer to union with her partner Shiva. And it is now once again Shiva's turn to move down closer to the heart center as we balance the light chakra, the sixth chakra, which is the third eye or the soul eye. Again, this chakra is the balanced counterpart to the water chakra, water and light. The light bounces off the water. The water is the flow of light. The second chakra and the sixth chakra, again equaling 8, the essence of infinity, bringing us to that avatar resonance of enlightenment. The third eye, the soul eye, is the light chakra of infinite wisdom through insight, seeing within. Its block is illusions. The greatest illusion of this world is that of the illusion of separation. I invite you to bring up all of the illusions within you that causes you to feel separate. Separate from you, separate from the master artist of love itself, separate from others, separate from life. Bring up all of those illusions of separation. Hold them in your eye, your third eye, and through the gift of right seeing, see as Source sees, understanding and knowing that there is free from ever being any such thing as separation. This illusion of separation comes from when we first began as source energy. We transformed into twin souls or vibrational matches closest to Source, and then into the many souls that we are now. When we did such, the illusion was that we separated from Source, and it has caused us great anguish, great pain. I invite you now to see that this is free from being a separation. It was an expansion of pure consciousness that love is, that the master artist itself is. Choosing to expand in creation to experience this all that is, this Ah-Ti. So in lighting up your soul eye, be in right seeing now and see unity. See unity in everything that you perceived as separation. The many in the one in the many. Letting go of and releasing judgment. Coming into assessing rather than judging. Seeing as Source sees. For Source only sees an infinite expansion of consciousness and infinite love. For the infinite fours of this earth, the four directions, the four seasons, the four elements are all one, all parts of the same whole, as two are we. Within the alchemical process of purification, of pureness, even metal is purified, being the beautiful essence of light. See oneness, unity, union within all. Feeling now that this has been released of the separation into the river of love, to flow to the sea of love of infinite consciousness, which allows Shiva now to move even closer to the heart center, to be as one in union with his partner, Shakti. It is now once again the moment for Shiva and Shakti will be as one. As Shakti now rises once more into the third chakra, the fire chakra, the solar plexus. This is the center of one's real power as soul, the song of universal love within you. Its block is shame. What are you ashamed of? What are the biggest disappointments you've had within yourself? Allow those to rise within you. Bring those forth to being right now. As you accept and love all aspects of who you are, including your mistakes. For Source is free from ever seeing a mistake. Any disappointments or things that you feel ashamed of, know that it is okay. It is okay for you to be who you are. whatever occurred in that moment. Be free from ever denying any part of you. For any part of you that you deny, that keeps you from being the enlightened avatar you really are. The HuOm, the HuOm. Embrace and love all of you, every part of you, for this is what true love, divine love, unconditional love truly is. Know that you are whole, perfect, complete, and beautiful, simply as you are, right here, right now. Feeling your fire light up. Your soul is lighting up now. As you release all of this guilt, shame, fear, all of it being released. Allowing Shakti to move even further up now to total union with her beloved, her partner, her essence of oneness, her wholeness, which is Shiva, in the heart chakra. For this wholeness of Shiva and Shakti and Shiva as one is the divine feminine and the divine masculine essence within you in perfect balance, perfect harmony, and in that it dissolves into just beingness, the Ati, the infinite pure consciousness of the soul of who you really are. Now once more, it is Shiva's turn to complete the essence of union, to release and come down further now into the sound chakra, the throat, the fifth chakra, for once again the union of 8, of infinity, the third chakra and the fifth chakra. The throat chakra is truth, speaking the truth of source, and its block is lies. When truth is shared, it unites, it brings union, bringing your soul into union, bringing people together in union. When lies are told, it divides, creates separation. The block of the throat chakra that keeps you from speaking the truth of who you are the lies which you tell yourself. What is it that you have been denying about you? What have you been lying and telling lies about to yourself, to others? Speak as Source speaks. Source speaks the true essence of love and upliftment of who you are as a soul. Gather up all of those lies and toss them into the river of love and watch them melt into love itself. as it goes down the river of love into the sea of love, letting go of all that no longer serves you. The greatest lie that we tell ourselves is the lie about our own nature, about who we really are as a soul. We put on masks. Take off the mask and toss it into the river and see your true soul and who you really are. The illumination of love, the beautiful being you are. Tell that truth. See yourself, your soul, as the God and Goddess. Accept who you really are as the Enlightened Avatar. The HuOm, the HuOm, the Om Hu, the Om Hu. Ah, yes. Do you feel that? The release that you now have spoken the truth of who you are has now united as one. Shiva and Shakti, Shakti and Shiva, bringing us into the heart center, the heart chakra, the center of love. The union of Shiva and Shakti will only be complete, and you will be in the essence of the heart center fully with the Ati chakra, the 12, the 4th chakra, and the 8th chakra as one. When you release the heaviness in the heart, take the essence of Shiva and Shakti and allow them to intertwine in your heart center now in union. For the center of love, its greatest block is that of grief. Lay out all of your grief now in front of you. All of your loss, all of your sadness, everything that you have held on to in your heart, of sadness, of pain, of loss, everything you feel you've lost. Pour it all out into Shiva and Shakti now in that union, in tears of release. For you have known great pain, great loss. And all this loss is love expressing itself. The energy of love swirling and entwining of Shiva and Shakti as they release all of that pain from you. For those whom you have lost, and all the pain that you've experienced, and the anguish, that energy is love still, and it now transforms itself into pure love always in your heart, now to rebirth into love again. Release all that pain and anger and hurt and loss and sadness. Release it into the river to go into the sea of love, where now you feel that love showering over you like the gentle rains, washing all the pain away, birthing you and rebirthing you anew now your heart center fully alight with the power and energy of love itself. Uniting as one, Shiva and Shakti in union, fully healed, all chakras alight, connected with the Ah-Ti, the infinite universe, with the Master Artist himself, herself as one, to where all there is just infinite consciousness. Infinite pure love is all you feel right now in this moment. You are this love. You are this beautiful, beautiful love. This infinite consciousness. The HuOm, the HuOm, the Hu, the Hu. As we reverberate in this heart center of love, feel your soul emanating through you, as you, body and soul as one, soul beaming through this body temple. You are the Enlightened Avatar. Breathe that in. Feel it. Be that vibration. Be love now, for this is who you are. Espavo.